What's up, guys? This is Vaughn from Simply Hawkward Games, and today I'm once again joined by my good friend Chase. It is December 9th, 2016, I guess. I was going to say 2010. No joke. Don't know why. So today we're going to be talking about some news. Yeah, for some reason I was really just, like, it was in my head that it was 2010.
Okay.
Even though that was
a long time ago.
Yeah, 6, almost 7 years ago. But whatever. Why not?
Me.
Yeah, you're up there too. This is me and you. So we've got a couple things, mostly because PSX was at the end of last week. We didn't include them in our news beforehand. One being The Last of Us Part 2, PSX's PlayStation experience. It's just a gigantic, like, PlayStation conventions for, like, just PlayStation fanboys. It happens around, like, December, the end of November kind of a time. And this year, they had, like, a lot of cool stuff. Like, The Last of Us Part 2 was actually just announced. It's in very early development, so it won't come out until 2018 or 2019, but they showed a really, really amazing trailer for it. It's like Ellie had just straight up murdered, like, 6 guys from the Firefly group. Nobody really knows what's happening in it, but it looks really good. But it actually turns out it was teased, and nobody really noticed it until this actual trailer came out. It was teased in about September, and it was basically just an image with her tattoo on it, and it said The Last of Us. Nobody really knew what it was, but she was wearing, she has, like, a specific tattoo now. It's kind of weird. It's not a whole lot of news. I just thought it was funny. Plus, The Last of Us being announced altogether is news. Me being a big PlayStation fanboy and loving the original. I don't think you've ever played it, have you?
I had, like, a free copy of it, but I never ended up downloading it.
It's really good, but since you're more, like, actually the gameplay is really fun, but it's mostly a story-driven experience. It's
I've
all
said
about
in
it.
Previous videos.
You're all about that gameplay.
And I might watch someone play it.
Yeah,
which is the weirdest...
I definitely think you'd love watching somebody play it, because it has an amazing story.
Which is such a weird, like, thought. Like, why do I not like playing games like that? But I'm down to watch someone play it. Like,
you like to watch TV, so...
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's like a movie.
Yeah, like, so. I love watching TVs. I love watching TV and movies, so it kind of, like, made sense for me to enjoy it. We've got number 2, Dark Souls 3. I do not think you're a big fan of the Dark Souls series. I think you specifically said that to me. Before I got into it, I honestly thought the Dark Souls, like, series was kind of a cop-out. Like, them saying they're basically, like, trash mechanics and everything just made things more hardcore. But I actually love Dark Souls now. I think it's great. But the reason it's in the news is because it's possible that Dark Souls 3 is getting a port on the Nintendo Switch. Not only Nintendo Switch, but VR. Which I think VR would be fucking terrifying. That would be literally, like, basically singularly the worst experience of my life.
I might actually play it.
If it was in VR?
Yeah.
You'd buy, like, an Oculus Rift or PlayStation VR just to play Dark Souls 3?
I don't know if you have this in the news, so I'm not going to spoil it if you do, but I heard there's, like, a company coming out with a game. It's like a very popular game, but it's like a next version of it, like a number 2 or 3 or whatever.
No, I probably don't have it in the news. What is it?
Oh, but it's like specifically made for VR, and I'm blanking out right now, so
you don't know what the name
I cannot
is?
remember.
That went to the best place.
I know. I was hoping you did have it in the news, so I could just be like, yeah. No,
you're like, yeah, it's totally there.
No, but one of the kids I work with, he was talking about it, and
there are a lot of games out for VR, so yeah, this totally makes sense that people blank on it.
Oh, Fallout.
Oh,
I heard the next Fallout is going to be in.
Oh, no, that's just Fallout 4 is being ported to the Oculus
That's what
Rift.
It is.
Yeah, that was at E3. They showed that Fallout 4 is being ported to the Oculus Rift.
I
think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was like, that's interesting.
I would definitely get an Oculus Rift to play Fallout 4, but I also do not think my PC is good enough to run Fallout 4 now, let alone with an Oculus Rift.
Okay, before we go to the next topic, I want to talk about a game.
Yeah, go for it.
That's coming out that I don't know much about, but I heard it's only PC only. It's called, like, Star Citizen.
Oh, yeah, it's like No Man's Sky, but better.
But better?
What it's supposed to be. It's not coming out. It's still in development, but yeah, it's like 2017 maybe.
It's PC only, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, right now it's PC only.
What about, is there any news on the game Escape from, I think it's like Tokarov or something?
I don't think so. I haven't heard any. Oh, fuck that Warlock. Self-res bullshit.
But I've seen some videos on that escape from, I think it's like Tokarov or something.
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
You'll have to look, because it looks pretty sweet. It looks almost like a Daisy.
I'd like to point out, unscripted, premium content right now. But no, that sounds cool. Speaking of kind of games like Daisy and everything, Ark Survival is actually now on PS4. It wasn't beforehand. It was on Xbox One. It was on PC, and now it's officially on PS4.
I've seen someone play it,
Yeah.
like real life play it.
Yeah, you've watched some Let's Plays and stuff.
No,
or
like real life.
You've actually watched some.
Yeah, like
yeah.
But the thing about it that I don't like is like the character style of the game.
You just don't like the art style or the way your characters are built.
The
like
way
brutes.
the characters are built.
Yeah, they look weird. They definitely look weird. I think I'm going to try it out specifically because I love dinosaurs. And, I mean, you can ride a gigantic turtle. So, it's kind of a go-to
From what I saw, you
experience
can
for me.
ride, or you can pet, anything.
Yeah, you can ride, pterodactyls, all sorts of cool shit. Yeah, it was just brought to PS4, so super stoked for it. It was just happened this week. Since I have some Destiny footage, I thought that it would be applicable. Destiny is bringing back the Icebreaker in this week's Nightfall strike. How do you feel about that?
Wait, they're bringing what?
Icebreaker back. Yeah, year 2. Icebreaker. Now it's white.
Huh.
Instead of being gray and red. I mean, I think that's pretty cool, but that was announced at PSX, was the Icebreaker was coming back.
The thing I like about
the
the
Winter
Icebreaker
Festival.
is that was my first useful exotic.
Yeah, it was definitely a good exotic. I really, really loved it.
I mean, my very first exotic was the
Plan C?
No, I got one. I got one before that. It was the sniper that doesn't have the sights. What is that one called?
Oh, No Land Beyond?
Yes.
Yeah. I got the Radiant Dance Machine first. I thought that was just it was amazing, but I also fucking hated it. It was just terrible.
One thing you can tell about this Destiny gameplay is
we were lagging.
I was like, this is definitely when our internet was not
that
at
guy
its best.
insta-ported into a corner and I murdered him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was definitely there.
Yes.
So now we've got Destiny brings back Icebreaker. We've got Super Mario Run for iOS and Android. I'm not exactly super excited about it. I mean, it's cool, but I think it's kind of a cheap knockoff of platformers everywhere. I haven't played it yet, so I'm not going to definitively say that I don't like it. I'm just saying I don't like the concept of endless runners and it being in just a Mario universe.
So we were talking about that the game we were just talking about, the
Escape from Tarkov or
No.
Ark Survival Evolved?
Ark. Yeah, is that what it was? Ark Survival?
Ark Survival, yeah.
I think I might have been thinking of a different game.
Probably. More than likely.
Because I was just looking up images of that, and that doesn't look too...
It doesn't look too clunky and blocky, but it is also, because you might have seen it earlier, it is in early access.
What is the... Damn, I'm confused, because there was another game where the characters were very, Neanderthal looking, which I get that's what they were.
Yeah, it would make sense for the time period, but...
I don't know, it looked kind of weird. This actually looks kind of interesting, so...
Yeah, I'm more than likely
going
to
look into it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I know that play it, and I think it sounds like a lot of fun. After that, my opinion on Super Mario Run being kind of a cheap knockoff of a platformer. We actually have some interesting news out of South Korea. If anything, gaming news coming out of South Korea, super weird. Cheats for online games are actually being cracked down on and can be... you can actually get fined up to $42,000 and get 5 years in prison for creating and sharing cheats. Not for having them at the moment, but creating and sharing cheats. You can actually go to prison for up to 5 years.
Well, this might not be something
on online games
that you know about, but South Korea is very big into the competitive video game realm.
I believe it. I just thought that was hilarious. Cheats for video games being outlawed, essentially, which totally makes sense considering they are a big esports country.
In their culture, it's almost like the NFL
Yeah.
In a way. Like
when people cheat in the NFL,
Yeah.
it's not exactly the greatest thing on earth.
Yeah. Well, at least in the U.S., I don't think any other country really
Yeah, I don't think
cares.
they're just like, nobody's... I don't know. Maybe people over in Europe are like, woo, Steelers. That was literally just the first team that popped into my head. I don't know why
That's
I chose
interesting.
them. Yeah. There's like, I don't know, 20 some odd other teams.
32.
Oh my god, I was very close.
I was surprised you were. Yeah. Okay,
I was honestly originally gonna guess like 100, like no joke.
100.
Yeah, so I'm glad I lowballed that shit. I'm so glad I did. And for our last story of the day, this one hits home for me because of how much I love them. And it's actually really not a story about gaming at all. It kind of ties in with Ark Survival Evolved. Apparently, they found a dinosaur tail. They found a completely together dinosaur tail encased in amber. The one thing that annoys me about this is that, have you heard recently that they're like, oh yeah, dinosaurs weren't scaly reptilian looking pieces of shit. They actually had feathers and they look more bird-like. Have you heard that? The velociraptor supposedly actually was more bird-like than it was a reptile.
It was.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Is that
well, actually, there's different. There's different forms of raptor.
No, I'm just saying.
The velociraptor itself, I'm pretty sure that one looked lizard-like.
Actually, it's supposed to have feathers.
Well, but there's other versions of raptors that do have feathers.
Well, yeah, there's the velociraptor.
Almost
and
look
then
like
other
chickens.
Raptors. Yeah. No, I guess actually there was a dinosaur tail discovered and it had feathers. And I'm just like,
well,
kind of betrays my school of thought on dinosaurs based on Jurassic Park. Being in feathers. Just imagine how fucking weird that would be if a T-Rex ran after you.
Did you know that they're making a Jurassic World 2?
Yeah.
Well,
I've seen that shit.
I'm so stoked for it.
If Chris Pratt is in that, I will see it.
I'm so excited for it.
Specifically, I will see that for dinosaurs and Chris Pratt. That's it. If the Indominus Rex pops up again, I might just not watch it. But
why?
I don't know. It seemed like kind of a shitty villain. It was just oh, literally everything that we can put into this one dinosaur we will, including invisibility. And you're just like, oh, fuck you. Come on, bro.
Well, they wanted to make something more interesting.
Showdown with the T-Rex. That was damn cool. That was sweet.
It was very cool.
And then it wasn't a megalodon. A mosasaur pops up and eats that bitch. Spoiler alert, I guess. If you haven't seen Jurassic World by now, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Yeah, megalodon, that's a big-ass shark.
Yeah. And then there's the mosasaur, which looks like a whale with creepy-ass teeth. It's a big-ass crocodile. Some weird-ass shit went on when that thing was born and conceived. It doesn't make any sense. But
Did you know? I'm
going
to throw some news out to you. It's not news because it happened a while ago. But there's an NFL player. He plays for the Rams. I can't quite think of his name right now. But he genuinely does not believe that dinosaurs existed.
Oh my god! No, the whole point in New Girl where Nick doesn't believe that dinosaurs exist. He's like, I understand there's scientific data. I just don't believe it.
Yeah, he's like
this guy actually believes dinosaurs didn't exist.
But there was another outlandish thing he did believe in. So it's
Scientology?
No, it. Well, that's an interesting plug right there.
cheap shot.
Very much so a cheap shot.
Let's be real. It's a weird ass religion.
But okay.
No offense.
So he played for the St. Louis Rams. Okay. Well, the St. Louis Rams then moved to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And he was very excited for this because he does not believe in dinosaurs whatsoever. He has a huge topic with his teammates and stuff about it, how he does not believe in it. But what he does believe in are mermaids.
Mermaids.
And he was so stoked for his team to move to LA.
So he could see mermaids.
So he can be closer to the mermaids.
I'm sincerely wondering if he thinks dolphins are mermaids.
I have no idea.
No joke.
But it was, when I first heard it, I was, what is this guy talking about?
Dinosaurs, scientifically proven, and this motherfucker believes in mermaids.
Yes. It was so funny.
That's amazing. I would really enjoy to interview that guy on how excited he is about living near mermaids. I would truly enjoy that. I wonder if he thinks there's some at the zoo.
There has to be some document
Has to be something.
Yeah,
that this
has
guy
him
did.
talking.
Like,
I just want to know.
I want to know how he thought like mermaids were a thing.
I have no idea.
Like when he was a kid, he was like, "Oh my God, Land Before Time. That sounds like bullshit."
Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
Boom. He officially he just threw Land Before Time down and was like, "Fuck you." Stomped on it and was like, "Ariel's my bitch. That's it."
So while we're here, I just want to talk about something about the future of the channel, and I kind of made this interesting comparison the other day. I was talking to one of my friends. I was telling him that he should look up the channel and everything, and the way I explained it to him is, I think that we in the future want to be like the ESPN or Sports Center of news for video games.
Yeah, video game news. Yeah,
and not just news, but topics and stuff. Just like how if you watch ESPN or Sports Center every day or something, they're always talking about something stupid.
Like fuckers believing in mermaids
yes.
and dinosaurs.
But ours would be like us talking about stupid stuff about video games.
I think that's perfect. I think that's a perfect way to go. I think we're well on our way.
We could have a sweet desk. And
what is up with you and desks?
And some big touch screen TVs and
specifically touchscreen.
Well, because
we don't pay out for no stupid shit.
Because they always run up and they're touching the screen and oh, this guy's doing this. And we'll be like, yeah.
I feel bad that I literally have never watched ESPN.
How have you never watched it?
Literally never. Ever in my life. Not even coincidentally. No, not even just randomly on the couch while somebody turned on ESPN. And I've been friends with you for over 10 years.
It's been a while.
And I don't think I've ever actually watched ESPN.
That's because I stopped watching it because it's just trash. It's literally the
They've
same.
got touch screens.
It's the same episode.
Over and over again?
Over and over and over. No, it literally is the same exact episode. Every time.
They're just well, this guy needs to do this. And then he's
the next day.
Well, fuck. I guess he should have done that then.
They play the same Sports Center back to back 3 times.
Nice.
Just in case you missed it.
Just in case.
Just in case. There's two other times to see it.
I love how it's reruns. Just in case you missed it 10 years ago. Here's the next
yeah.
Here was what happened in Friends. In
Friends.
1990, in the early 2000s.
Did you see that? I think they're trying to get a Kickstarter for that 70s show reunion episode.
I would kind of hate that.
I would too.
Considering the end of that show was Eric Foreman goes to Africa and then comes back and Donna's with this Casey dude or whatever with super long hair. And then Kelso has a baby and is a police officer.
It was the worst way to end a TV show.
I remember actually watching it when I was a kid, and they came out and they bowed, and I was like, "This is so weird. This is the worst episode of all time." But you're bowing.
But
you don't know how to end this series.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I would hate for that to happen, but if it happens, I'll watch it.
If it happens, I want it to be a train wreck so I can see a train wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone loves a good train wreck.
You know what? Honestly, just excited to see Fez again. If it happens, that's it. Only thing I'm excited about.
But the thing is that Fez is making a name for himself in other places.
Like what?
Have you ever seen The Ranch?
Oh, come on. Do not quote The Ranch to me.
He's a character on The Ranch.
3 of the people from that 70s show are on The Ranch? What the fuck is wrong with this show? There's Hyde, there's Kelso, and now there's Fez?
Because it's Ashton Kutcher, and it's his, I'm pretty sure it's directed by him, Well, he's a co-director or whatever.
Oh, so it's how in every Adam Sandler movie, you always see his fucking friends?
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of this episode of Fanboy Talks, and I guess it's news and such. Make sure you guys like this video down below if you like it. Make sure you subscribe for all of our upcoming content, news on Fridays, other shit on Mondays and Wednesdays. And that's about it for us today. I hope you guys have a great night.
I'm glad we got to talk some stupid stuff to you guys. Thank you.
I'm glad we got to talk about mermaids, because that was perfect.